I just finished my run. It was a good one, 1 hour, very slow pace, easy to do. It was one of the easiest runs I have. Done 10 kilometers, feel good. Exercise is a non-negotiable for me, so whether I want it or not, I always get it done. And today was a day that I didn't want it at all again. So this is something that happens all the time. Most of the times I don't want to go do exercise, even though I love it. I don't want to do it, and then while I do it, my mindset changes and I start to appreciate it. Today was one of those days. When I started, I absolutely dreaded it, and then as I got into it, it started to feel good. I had a really enjoyable run. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because while I was running, I was thinking about how I could add some value, how I could help you out with some thoughts, with some life experiences, with things I've been through, with things that I've learned. And I figured it out. I wanted to share with you the secret to success, the secret to making more money than what you need just to pay the bills, the secret to actually do whatever you want, when you want, feel good about yourself, and to constantly progress in life, to constantly move forward. And it starts by you knowing yourself. You need to know your strengths and you need to know your weaknesses. You need to know what you are good at. You need to know what you're not good at. You need to know what feels good to you. You need to know what your gut feeling tells you. You need to know what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. And you need to refuse to stay in a situation for too long that you don't enjoy, because if you are in a situation for too long that you don't enjoy, you're not going to be able to perform. You're not going to be able to perform at high level in a work and make a lot of money and be successful if you are doing something that you don't want, that doesn't fit your characteristics, your personal characteristics, your personality. For example, in my personality, I don't like authority. So it's impossible that I can work a 9 to 5 for too long. I did work 9 to 5s for many years. I had my last 9 to 5 maybe 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. So not that long. I was still doing 9 to 5s, but I knew I wouldn't be able to explode my career or that I wouldn't be massively successful just because I don't like authority. I cannot have a 9 to 5. For me, it's not an option to be successful by having a 9 to 5 because I cannot deal with authority. But maybe you can deal with authority. Maybe you like authority and you can succeed having a 9 to 5. It's all a matter of what fits your personality. For example, I'm super disciplined. I work every day, I work out every day, you know the drill. But during COVID, I was working at the factory, and I was working at the factory line very similar to Amazon, and I dreaded the work. It happened multiple times that in the middle of the work, I just disappeared from the factory. I went home and went to sleep. Imagine you see me as somebody super disciplined. Everybody knows that I'm a hard worker. I endure stress and blah, 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 blah. But at the factory, a lot of times in the middle of the day, I would just leave. I would not even say to anybody. I would just disappear. Nobody would notice anyways. That's how unimportant I was. But that was it. Why? Because I dreaded the work. I was in the wrong place. But some people at the factory, they would do it like it was nothing because they were good at it. They didn't have the same mindset like me, that I was there and I was like, why am I here? I need to be doing something better with my life. I need to be looking for a different kind of job. I need to look for a remote job. But that was my personality. When they were listening to me thinking about getting another job, they were like, are you crazy? This is COVID. Like, there's no other jobs. Like, there's no other possibility. This is the best thing. This is the best thing ever since sliced bread. But that was their personality. So you need to know your strengths. You need to know what fits your skills. You need to know what you like, so you'll be able to be more consistent, to work better, and to achieve more success. And you also need to find the right vehicle for you. Some people, the right vehicle is to be an entrepreneur. Other people, the right vehicle is to work for somebody else that is already successful. You need to know what's your vehicle. Do you want to work for a big company? Do you want to work for a small company? Do you want to work for a startup? Do you want to do your own business? You need to know what's the vehicle that you will choose to succeed. And also, the vehicle that you will choose to succeed needs to match your dreams, needs to be something that matches the amount of money, the amount of success that you want to have. You might want to collect trash, but as a trash collector, there is a limit of how much you can make. Now you need to ask yourself, do I want to own a company that collects trash? That's a much bigger limit. But maybe you don't like to be a boss, so you will just collect trash for all your life. And that's okay if it matches your ambitions. So you need to find the right vehicle. Maybe you want to be a millionaire, but if you are a millionaire and you are collecting trash right now, that's not the right vehicle. Maybe you want to be a millionaire, but if you want to be a millionaire and you are working for a big corporation and you just started from the bottom with the low qualifications, maybe that's not you. If you're working at the Amazon factory line with low qualifications, maybe that's not the way. Maybe you need to become an entrepreneur, but do you have the skills to become an entrepreneur, or are you willing to learn the skills to become an entrepreneur? It's all about matching the vehicle to what you want to achieve. For example, I worked 9 to 5s for a long time, but I knew that there was not the way for me because I don't like authority. I know that I like to communicate. I like to be on camera. I like to share my knowledge with people. So I decided to sell digital products because there's no scale. So I decided to sell digital products because there's no limit to it. I can sell as many as I can. I can get to all over the world just by producing content and by using social media and the internet. So for me, that was perfect. It gives me my independence that I like. That it gives me my independence that I like. It gives me my I get to do the things that I love to produce content, which is talking, which is talking, making videos, working out, being with my family. I absolutely love this vehicle of digital products, social media. But maybe that's not for you, and maybe it is. And if that's for you, you just need to learn the skills. Same way as I did. I started producing content 4 years ago when I was 31 years old. For 2 years, I didn't achieve anything meaningful. I was just producing content every single day. I had some clients. Then in 2023, my account blew up. I started to learn how to create good content because I thought that I was not growing the previous years because my content was good, but it was not being seen by the algorithm, which was wrong. My content was just not good. That's why it was not being seen by the algorithm. The algorithm is very fair because it's what people likes or what people doesn't like, and uh, and so I found my vehicle, and since I found my vehicle, my life changed. I'm not saying that I was like living pay to check, broke or whatever. That was not really what was happening. I already had another business. I was making parties. I made parties because when I started, and now like, let me sidetrack a little bit. We're talking about playing to your strengths. Growing up, I always liked to party. I always liked to be a party boy. I always liked to enjoy my life. So when I left university, I always did the 9 to 5 jobs for different people. But my side hustle that then became my main hustle was always throwing parties. Always. Why? Because I was playing to my strengths. I was basically not working on my side hustle because I love to party anyways and I love to talk with people anyway. So I just made money with it. Now, getting back to this. So I started being successful in at the end of 2023 when I learned how to create content, when my content started to reach thousands and millions of people, and I was able to start selling my digital products. If you want to do the same, I have a program. It's called the BMM method, body, mind, and money method, which is everything that I did to transform my body, transform my mind, and start making money online. And I'm telling you this because so many people think that the secret is to work hard. Yes, work hard, but work hard at what? You know, it needs to be working. You need to work hard at the right things. If you work hard at selling houses, you probably make different money than if you work hard if you work hard at selling houses. You probably make more money than if you work hard at being a personal assistant, or if you work hard at a grocery store. It's not the same thing. I just want to demystify the thing that to be successful you need to work hard. Yes, but a lot of people works hard and they are not successful because they are in the wrong vehicle. Simple as that. My mom works super hard, but she's not in the right vehicle, or she is in the vehicle that she likes, but in a company that there's no growth and where she can never grow. She's in the same position for 30 years, but she's comfortable with that and she doesn't want to change for multiple reasons. But with that vehicle, she can work as hard as she wants. She will never change her life. But if she would be working as hard as she is and she would own her own restaurant or do something like that, her life would be completely different. So I just want to demystify that is not just about working hard. Many people I know works way harder than me. I know many people that I just worked at the factory. On that factory that I told you about, there was many people working way harder than me, and they are not more successful, or they are not. And I guarantee you that they are not making as much as I make, just because that's not a vehicle that creates a lot of wealth. Working at the factory line, that's not a vehicle that is very scalable. That's not a vehicle that people pays a lot for that skill, and that's key for your success, to be able to identify what's the right vehicle. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but let me get straight to the point. Find something that you love. Find something that you enjoy doing. Find something that even if you would do it for free, you would do it. I did these videos for free for many years, for since 2021. In 2011, 14 years ago, I was doing videos for free. So now that I get to do it for money, of course it's great for me. Of course is a bigger motivation, but I would do it anyways. I always like to be on camera. I always like to communicate. I always like to watch myself. I always like to watch others. So it's only right for me to use this vehicle. And this vehicle, because it's the right vehicle for me and it's scalable and allows me to chase my dreams, it's perfect for me. So you need to make the analysis of what would be the best vehicle for you. And if you think that the best vehicle for you is the same as mine, then I got something for you. When I started my digital marketing journey, I spent thousands on coaches, on programs, and they all are focused on a specific thing. Don't get me wrong, I learned a lot from multiple different people, but they are all focused on a specific thing, and they don't tell the whole story. They don't tell you that if you are starting from the beginning, it's a big advantage if you are super fit. They don't tell you how difficult it is to create something from the ground up online. So your mind needs to be right. You need to read the right books. You need to have the right influences. And then they don't tell you how important it is to build a personal brand and all the skills that you need to learn in order to build a personal brand and to be a masterful content creator. And that's what I teach inside the BMM. If you use the code that you will see on the description of this video, BMM20, you can start with 20% off and start for less than $200. It has 50 videos, 5 hours of content. Every single month I add new videos, and every single week we have a group call. So if you're ready to start your digital marketing career, if you want to build a personal brand online, if this is the vehicle that fits your personality, that's something that you love and appreciate, and probably you do because you are watching my YouTube, you are watching my stuff, so probably you would like to do the same. Just join the program and let's start building your personal brand. Let's go.